What is up, Raider Nation? It's your boy Raider back at it again with yet another video. And today, I was at the open practice at Allegiant Stadium, or the mock game that they had between the Raiders and the Raiders. Now, this is the first time the Raiders have actually done something like this, and you know what? I actually like it. I know last year we got to have open practice over there and just see the players and just have the Raider Nation in there, but this year was a little bit different. Not only did we have Tom Brady in the building and we had the team up in the building, but we had an actual quote-unquote mock game, meaning it was kind of like an actual game, but not really. Just for the Raider Nation and for the Raider fans. And this was a great opportunity for us fans and even Pete Carroll and the team themselves to see and go over in-game situations. We got to see a lot of highlights. We got to see a lot of players going back and forth. We got to see a huge defensive touchdown. We got to see Tom Brady in the building. Heck, for me, it just felt good to finally be home at Allegiant Stadium, just around the Raider Nation. I got to be over there. Shout out to everybody that came, said what's up to me, took a picture with me, and just supports the channel in general, man. You guys are what keeps this thing going over and over and over again. So today, I would say it was fun. We weren't in the hot sun. We got some AC. That being said, though, if this is the very first time you guys are coming across this channel and you love Raiders content just like this, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and hit that notification icon button. Now, with that being said, shout out to Pete Carroll. Shout out to the Raiders for bringing that energy today, for making this open to the public and just having a good time out there. You can definitely tell that this team is pumped up. You can tell that we got a lot of energy flowing throughout the team, throughout the coaching staff, throughout the Raider Nation themselves. I feel like our hopes are really high right now. And I feel like as Raider fans, we're always going to get our hope up high at the beginning of the season. But today just felt a little bit different. We got to see the whole environment. Heck, the Raiders actually did something a little bit new today. They walked through, they didn't come through the tunnel where by the black hole. They actually came through the championship club. Kind of reminded me of the Dallas Cowboys entrance at their stadium at AT&T. But they did something a little bit different today. Now, I don't know whether or not this is going to be something that they're going to do during the season. But I talked to some people that actually work within the Raiders organization, and they said that Pete Carroll wanted to try something new. You know, this is a new era over here in Las Vegas, and they wanted to see how it goes. Now, once season does come around, we'll see if they actually keep it or not, but I thought it was a little bit of a different touch, and I kind of liked it, though. Not gonna lie to you guys, I do love the fact that they do come from the black hole side, but it's just good that they're trying something new. Now, like I said, yes, we finally got to see Tom Brady in the building. It was good to see him there in person. I was like, not too far from those, so it was kind of surreal to see him not only just in the stadium but in the silver and black as a minority owner. And I'm like, damn, I just can't believe that he's here. And I just hope and pray that this dude helps his team moving forward. I mean, hopefully the future is bright for us. I mean, he owes us a Super Bowl, so I hope he's doing all the right things to help this team move forward. I caught a funny clip of him talking to the referees, and I posted it on my Instagram, and I thought it was kind of funny because I was like, you know what? Hey, Tom, do your job, man. Get the referees on our side. We never really have the referees on our side, but heck, if the referees can help the Raiders out one way or another, then I'm all for it. That being said, let's get into the mock game because there was a lot of highlights, even some lowlights for some players. But the first person I want to bring up, the first person I want to talk about is none other than our quarterback one, Geno Smith. Geno Smith balled out today. Now, I know it's just practice. We talk about practice and it doesn't really matter, but at least as far as today's practice, my dude balled out today. He was all over the field. He was accurate, and you could see that accuracy being in the stands, and we were there row one, and all the throws that he was throwing was just on par. Now, he did miss a couple of passes here and there. He wasn't perfect, but I would say that he did look really good and accurate out there. He missed Dante Thornton on a huge play, like a deep ball, kind of overthrew him. It would have been a big play. We would have all went nuts, but nonetheless, Geno Smith went out there and showed what he can do and showed the Raider Nation there's nothing to really worry about at the quarterback position. My boy Geno put up not one, not two, not three, not four. Heck, he put up 5 touchdowns today on the Raiders defense. The first 2 off the rip was to Brock Bowers, and I'm like, Brock Bowers looked good last year, but now with the quarterback that could actually throw to him and actually be accurate, oh my goodness, just imagine. But it was good to see that rapport there, to see that connection between Brock Bowers and Geno Smith, because, hey, we want to see our former first round pick get utilized like that. Not only that, we got to see a nice touchdown to none other than Dante Thornton Jr. He's a guy that I believe this year is going to have a huge role, and I see him more implemented in the offense than Jack Bech. And I'm not taking anything away from Jack Bech, but from what I've seen today, Dante Thornton seems to be that wide receiver 2, maybe wide receiver 3 behind Trey Tucker, because Trey Tucker had a couple of good balls as well. Pause. Now, the other touchdown that he had was a huge bomb to Philip Dorsett in the end zone. It was a nice one. I was like, at first I was like, who's number 13? But I forgot we signed Philip Dorsett. So it was a nice, beautiful pass to Philip Dorsett. Again, I know it's just practice, y'all, but this is something that we love to see. At least a quarterback that's out there slinging the rock and getting the job done. I know if he was throwing interceptions out there, we would all be on his ass right now. So it's a good thing that he looked good against our defense. Now, the cherry on top was Geno Smith ran in for a touchdown as well, faked out the defense and was able to use his legs and show that he's a mobile quarterback and he could get it done with his arm and his legs. Now, somebody that didn't really look good at the quarterback position was Aiden O'Connell. He really struggled today. He had some solid passes here and there. I believe he did have one touchdown later on in the game, but the way he was in the pocket just didn't look too good. Now, I know in practices and training camps, he did look solid, but it wasn't an in-game situation. Now, being in an in-game situation right now with an offensive line that was, he struggled a bit. One thing I will say that a lot of people don't know or didn't see was, I think the offensive ones played against the defensive twos, and the defensive ones played against the offensive twos, if you guys catch my drift. So Max Crosby and all them boys was not going up against Geno Smith. They were going up against AOC, which could be the reason why AOC was struggling out there. Heck, Max Crosby had a huge play as well, which I'm gonna talk about a little bit later, but I feel like this just goes to show that our offensive ones look really good out there, and the defensive ones look really good out there as well. So I'm not going to really knock AOC moving forward. He could still look good because this is just practice, but as far as today, he struggled a lot. And speaking of the defense, we got to see Darian Porter play with the ones. He looked really solid out there. We got to see Eric Stokes out there as well. One sad news that we got today, Lonnie Johnson went down with an injury. At first, we didn't know who it was. He went down and we were trying to see who it was. And then they brought out the cart. So we was all like, damn, this is really serious. When we finally got to see who it was, the number was, I was like, damn, this really sucks for Lonnie Johnson because he was a guy that wanted to come over here and prove himself. I know he's dealt with a lot in the past, but coming to the Raiders, this was a team that he wanted to come and show what he had and be at least a solid piece or an important piece on this defense. He even said that he wanted to come over here and retire a Raider. Now with the setback, who knows if he's going to be missing a lot of time or not. We're going to find out more about that a little bit later, but it just sucks to see that he went down in a practice like this where you don't want anybody to get hurt. Another player that I want to talk about on the defensive side of the ball is none other than the big O's, Max Crosby. We know Max Crosby going to be Max Crosby, but seeing him out there, he didn't really play too much, but when he did get in there, you definitely felt his presence. And it just shows that he's just levels above everybody else. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. He just looks like a man with his head on fire, man. He had a huge play that got the whole Raider Nation going crazy. He had a huge strip sack on AOC, took the ball, ripped it out of his hands, took it all the way back to the house. My dude, I don't know. I forgot how fast Max Crosby was, but when I seen the clip that I posted earlier, seeing Jonah Laulu, I talked to Jonah and he was like, man, I was trying to catch up to old boy, but golly, this dude Max got wheels. Seeing that play in real time and just hearing the Raider Nation go wild just makes me even more excited for the season to come around, man. So that was a huge highlight play for the defensive side of the ball. Great job by Max Crosby. Sucks for AOC, but hopefully he does better moving forward. Now, another quarterback that got to play a little bit more today as well was Cam Miller. And shout out to Cam Miller. I know he's a young rookie, but he looked pretty solid out there as well. I feel like he looked a little bit better than AOC. And not only was he able to get some throws off, but he was able to use his legs. And he got 2 rushing touchdowns today on some option plays, which shows his versatility as well. And it makes me more excited to see what Cam Miller can do once the season does roll around and he gets some preseason reps, because once he plays against those other defenses, it's really going to show me what we can expect out of Cam Miller. And he's a guy that Tom Brady was really high on in the draft. So to see him kind of use his legs a little bit more and move the offense down the field really gave me a little bit more hope in the future. Now, after practice was finished, we got to hear from our head coach, Pete Carroll. He was asked about how he felt about today, and he simply said that it was a great day for us.
It was a great day for us to have this many situations, game-ending scenarios, just to get our brains working, because the whole season is going to be this kind of operation. I know that Geno took him down the field when he needed to, did a great job.
All in all, Raider Nation, man, today was a good day. It was a fun day. It was great to be back in Allegiant Stadium once again, to just go out there, see the guys that you know, all the guys that I see, all the other content creators, all the Raider Nation over there, just having a good time. A lot of people coming from everywhere. You just feel the vibes, and I just cannot wait for preseason to come rolling back around. I will be at the Niner game. I'll be over there shooting content, so it's gonna be fun. I can't wait till we finally get to see this offense rolling. Chip Kelly's offense, Patrick Graham's defense, Pete Carroll's leadership, and just Max Crosby, Geno Smith, Ashton Jeanty, and all the weapons that we have on this team go out there and prove everybody wrong. I don't think that anybody has us winning more than 10 games, but I do believe that this team at the end of the day is going to compete, and that's all that matters. Is as long as we go out there and give it 110%, then it is what it is. That being said though, Raider Nation, man, until the next video, this your boy Some More Raider, and your boy is, yeah.